am Indrani, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of English, Aeronautical Engineering College, Hyderabad. Today, my topic is about articles. Today, we are going to discuss about what are articles, what are the different types of articles, about their usages and exceptions. So, let us start with the topic. So, we have two types of articles. So definite articles and indefinite articles. So the picture shows articles categorized into two types, definite articles and indefinite articles. The term definite itself shows that the is the definite articles where we have to use it in particular situations, and a and an are indefinite articles where we have to use these articles when you are speaking in general. So let us start the topic. In this, we are going to discuss what is an article, definition of an article, types of an article in English, what is the definite articles and indefinite articles, usages, exceptions, and points to be remembered when using this article. So first, we are going to discuss definition of an article. What is an article? An article is a short monosyllabic word that is used to define if a noun is specific or not. So articles are normally used before nouns since they are used to speak about the nouns. They can be considered as an adjectives. So it's a short monosyllabic word which is used before a noun to specify whether it is a specific article or it is a general noun. So they are used before a nouns. So that is sometimes they are considered as an adjectives. So an article as a type of determiner word which is used before a noun that shows whether you are referring to a particular thing or to a general thing. So two different types of articles. So there are three articles which are categorized into two different types. So those articles, definite article and indefinite articles. So let us first see what is an indefinite article. So the article a and an, we call it as an indefinite articles because they leave the things indefinite. So for example, the sentence here is, there lived an old farmer in a village. So here an old farmer is an old farmer. We are referring to an old farmer. So any old farmer, we are not definite with one farmer, any old farmer. So here that is the reason why we have used an. So we are not specific here about the noun farmer. So an old farmer. And next in the second word, a village. So here a village. So any village. So we are not particular. We are not definite for particular village. Any village. So here this indefinite article, the name itself specify that we are not particular with the noun. We are not particular definite with the noun. So here in this example, an old man, any old man or any village. So there lived an old man in a village. So in the indefinite situations, we use this indefinite articles. Like one more example here. I'm looking for a pencil. A pencil. I'm not specific about any pencil. So just a pencil. I'm looking for a pencil. Okay. And here one more example. I just had an idea. So an idea. I'm not specific. Just an idea. So the things which are not specific, when you are specifying the things in general, we use this articles. So a and an are the two different articles where we use when you are specific the nouns in general. Here the article an is normally, now let us go with the usage of this articles. First we go with the definition of an. So where we use this an, in what situations we use this an. So the article an is normally used before the words that begin with vowel sounds. So however, there is often confused with the idea that it can be used before the words that starts with a consonant. See example. So here the article an is normally used before the nouns which starts with the vowel sounds. So many times we think that an we use before the words which starts with the vowel. But it is, we even have to take account of the sound, vowel sound, not only the words, we also should take the account of the sound. So however, see here, example, and many times, so there is a confusion. Even the words which starts with a consonant will also take vowel sounds. So what is this exceptional cases we are going to discuss? First, we'll discuss about the usage of this article before a vowel sound. So let's see the example. She used an oven for baking. So an is an article where we are using for the words which starts with a vowel sound, that is O. So even this word oven starts with the letter O, and even when you pronounce this word oven, so the sound which we get is a vowel sound. So oven, a sound is a vowel sound. So an is a word which we use before a word which starts with, before a noun which starts with a vowel. And next, there is an office in our building. So next example. So office, office. So when you pronounce the word office, the first sound which we get is a vowel sound. So even the letter starts with the first letter starts with a vowel, and also the sound which we get when you pronounce this word also starts with a vowel sound. So there is an. So the an is a right appropriate article which we have to use before this word. So there is an office in our building. Next, take the next example. So an elephant was crossing the road. So elephant, a sound. So when you pronounce this, even the word starts with a vowel, and the sound we also get with a vowel sound. That's the reason why we used an. So if you observe the three examples, in general, the nouns are general. An oven, we are not particular about the oven, just an oven. An office, we are not particular about the office. Some office, it may be a government office, a private organization, or any other office, insurance office, like example. So we are not particular. So the situations where we are not definite, we use the articles a and an. An elephant was crossing the road. So this is a basic rule. So where this an is used before a vowel sound. So the article an is normally used before the words that starts with a vowel sound. Next. Next, the article A. So now let us discuss about the usage of the article A. So the article A is normally used before the words that begins with the consonant sounds. So however, here also there is a often confused with the idea that it can be used before the words that starts with a vowel. So actually A, the article A we use before the sounds which starts with a consonant sound. So consonant sound, as we discussed earlier in the case of an. So an is used before the words which starts with the vowel sounds, and A is used before the words which starts with a consonant sound. For example, here, so see the example. Raju wants to buy a guitar. So Raju wants to buy a guitar. So a guitar in general, he is not specific about any particular guitar. So he wants to buy a guitar to play music. So a guitar. So when you pronounce the word guitar, the sound. So even the word starts with a consonant, and the sound which we get here is also a consonant sound. So that is the reason why we use a article A here. And one more example, if you observe, Isabella is preparing a speech. A speech. So the article A is, we used article A because the word starts with a consonant and also the word, when we pronounce the word, also we get is a consonant sound. So that is the reason why we use the article A here. So one more example. Amelia is baking a cake for the party. So is baking a cake. So it's general. So we are not specific about any particular cake. A cake. She's baking a cake for the party. So the word starts with C. K. K sound. And K sound is a consonant sound. Even the word C, which starts with, the word starts with C, and it's also a consonant sound. That is the reason why we use article A before the word K. Before the word cake. So these are some examples of using this articles before a consonant sound. So let us go to the next article, that is definite articles. The articles a and an are indefinite articles. Once again I repeat, a is used before a consonant sound and an is used before a vowel sound. Next, the article definite article the. So among the three articles, the is said to be the definite article. So why we call it as a definite article? Because we use this article before a specific nouns, definite nouns. So for example, here the sun sets in the west. So the sun is a specific, and the west direction is also specific. So we use the before the nouns which are specific, which are particular. And this is the world's longest river. The world's longest river. So specific. So which is longest. It is the only the river which is longest among all the rivers. And we also use the articles before a collective nouns. Like in example, the crowd sang along with the band. The crowd is a collective noun where we collective noun. So even before the collective nouns also we can use the article the. So the is the article which we use before a specific nouns. And here some usages and exceptional cases also we are going to discuss in this topic. So points to be remembered when using these articles. So articles are used extensively by English language users, and for this very reason it is important to know where not to use them and where to use them in order to have a thorough knowledge of how to use the right articles in the right places. So have a look on the following examples. So observe this picture. So this picture says the usage of article the. So in what are the situations where you can use the articles the? So first we'll discuss about the ordinal numbers. So we know the ordinal numbers, the first, the second, the last, the 10th, the 5th position. So articles the definite article we use before the ordinal numbers. Like in the example given in the picture, the first, the second, the third. So all these are the usage of article the. So next, articles, we use the articles before the countries or places where the names refers to the group of islands or states. So like example, the UK, the United States of America, the United Kingdom, so United Arab Emirates. So group of islands or group of states. So when you are referring to the name of the country which has a group of states, so we use the before the name of the country. As in the example, the United States, the United Arab Emirates. So the name of the country which has a group of islands. And next, even we use article the, definite article the, before the name of the places which has a plurals. Like the examples, the Philippines, the Netherlands. So before the name of the places, like examples in the Philippines. So when you, this name of the country has S, which has a plural names, and the Netherlands is also has a plural name. So the names of the countries which has a plural names. And next, the is also used before the superlatives. So the longest, the highest, the most, the intelligent. So here example before the superlatives, like the best, the strongest, the most beautiful. So rose is the most beautiful flower among all the flowers. So iron is the strongest metal among all the metals. So Raju is the best student in the class. So superlative degrees. So when you are using the superlative degrees in the sentences before the superlative degrees, we use the definite article the, because it is definite. He is the best boy, and that is the strongest metal. Definite, we are definite, and no other metal is compared as strong as this iron. So the strongest metal. So the most beautiful girl. So when you are using this superlative degrees, we use the article the. And the is also used before the decades. The 80s in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 70s, before the names of the decades. And next, so when there is the is also used when there is only one of its kind in the world, like the internet, the moon, the environment. So it is only one of its kind. So when you are specific, which exists only one of its kind, so we use the internet, the moon, the sun, the environment examples. And the is used to refer to the only one in a particular area. So when only one exists in the particular area, like the government, the police, the river, so only one of its kinds exist in the particular place. So such type of before the names of such places we use the. Next, the is used to refer adjectives as an adjective to refer to the whole group of people. So the is used to refer to the whole group of people, like the French, the elder, the poor, the rich, the old. So to refer the Tatas, the Billas, so all to refer to the whole group of people. We use the. And next, the is also used before the names of the geographical areas, like the Alps, the Arctic, the Nile River, the Deccan Plateau. So before the names of the geographical areas. Next, the Himalayas, example, the Himalayas. So all these geographical areas we use the to refer. Next, the is also used to refer before. We also use the before the musical instruments, like the piano, the violin, the guitar. Okay, so we use the before the names of the musical instrument. Next, we use the before the names of the trains, like examples, the Rajdhani Express, the Venkatadri Express, like the names of the trains which are specific. We don't exist the trains which has the same name. So we use the before the names of the train. And we also use the before the names of the holy books, like the Bible, the Quran, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, before the names of the holy books. And we also use the before the names of the newspapers, like the Hindu, the Deccan Chronicles, the Indian Express. So because the same newspaper, the paper which does not exist with the same name, so we use the before the names of the newspapers. The is used before the names of the train. The is used before the names of the holy books. And once again, next, we go with the usage of the articles a and an. So already we discussed the definition of the articles about the a and an. Again, we just see over the usage of the indefinite articles are used before a singular countable noun. So we use indefinite articles like a and an before a singular countable nouns, like a laptop. Laptops, we can count the laptops. So it is a countable noun. A book, singular. A book, a laptop, an egg, etc. So we use indefinite articles before the singular countable nouns. And when we also use the articles a and an when we talk about the person's profession or job, like a doctor, an engineer. So Mahesh works as an engineer. Suresh works as a doctor in a reputed hospital. So we use a and an, indefinite articles a and an before a singular countable nouns. We also use articles a and an before the to specify the professions, to specify the job of a person or profession. Like examples, a doctor, a teacher, an engineer, a scientist. Next. Yes. So one more usage of indefinite article, like indefinite articles are used with the names of the person only when the person is unknown, or when similarity between two persons is indicated. Like examples. So when the person is unknown, like example, see in this example, a Mr. Green is asking to see you. A Mr. Green is a person who is unknown. So we don't know about who is Mr. Green. So some person, Mr. Green has come and he is asking to see you. So in that situation, we use A. A Mr. Green is asking to see you. A person whom we don't know. And we are informing to others that someone has come and wants to see you. Next. And one more usage, indefinite articles we also use when we are comparing the similarity, when you are showing some similarity with the other person. So like he thinks he is a Napoleon and we are comparing a person with a Napoleon because he may be having the quality of a Napoleon. So we are comparing the person with a Napoleon. Similarities, when we are showing the similarities between a person, we can use the article, indefinite article like A or am. Next, he speak as if he is a Milton. So we are comparing a person to the poet, English poet Milton, as if he speaks well. So he speaks as if he is a Milton. So comparing with some great people. So if any person is good at running, we many times we compare she as a PT Usha. She runs like a PT Usha. So we are comparing someone with a great personality. So when we are comparing the two people, we can use the definite articles. So first thing is when we are using, a person is unknown, in that situation we can use the articles, and when we are comparing the qualities of any person with other person, we can use the article, indefinite articles, like discussed in the example. He thinks he is a Napoleon and he speaks as if he is a Milton. So these are a few uses about the indefinite article. And one more. When two things are used as a unit, the indefinite article are used with the first noun. When two things are used as a unit, like see in the example, say he was ready with a cup and sugar. So we used article A with only cup. We didn't use the article A article with the noun sugar, because we are thinking cup and sugar together as a single unit. So when two things are used as a unit, the indefinite article only goes with the first noun. We use indefinite article only with the first noun. No need to again refer with the second noun. And one more example here. A cigarette is made of a paper and a tobacco. So here in this example, a cigarette is made of a paper and tobacco. So here we are considering paper and tobacco as a single unit, and so that is the reason why we have used the indefinite article only before the first noun. And one more example here. He offered him a knife and a fork. And here also we are we refer knife and fork as a single unit. So that's the reason why we used A before the first noun. And when two things are used as a single unit, so there is no need to use again the article for the next noun. So now we are going to discuss about the exceptional cases. Till now we discussed about the cases where we use the articles, definite article and indefinite articles. So one basic rule is definite articles we have to use with the we used with the definite nouns, and a and an are the two articles where we use for the indefinite nouns. And exceptions. So you can observe in this picture a unicorn, an umbrella. So as we discussed, A we use with the nouns which starts with the consonant sounds or consonant, and an we use with the words which starts with the vowel sounds. So here a unicorn. So U is a vowel and we used A. So whether it is correct or not, we are going to discuss in the next slide. Exceptional cases. So exceptions. So many times we get confused. Even the word is starting with the vowel and we are using A. So what is the reason for this? We are going to discuss. So in this example, why it is a university, not an university? Actually, U is a vowel, and the rule when the word starts with the vowel, we use an. But here, why we are using a university, not an university? So we are going to discuss about the reason why we are using a university. See here, if you see here, the words university and unicorn starts with the vowel. However, it does not have the vowel sound but a consonant sound. So when you pronounce these two words, university and unicorn, the sound which you get is ya sound. So in the beginning of the words. So ya is a consonant sound. So that is the reason why, that is the reason of why we are using a instead of an. Okay. So a university. So when you pronounce the word university, the first sound which you get is a ya sound. So when a word starts with a consonant, ya is a consonant. When a word starts with a consonant sound, the right appropriate vowel is a. So that is the reason why we use a instead of an. So here, example, studying in a university will give you a lot of experience. So studying in a university, it's not an university, it's a university. Studying in a university will give you a lot of exposure. And next, one more example. So this is a unique way of communicating with the words. So unique way. And when you are pronouncing this unique, even you get a consonant ya sound. So that is the reason why we are using a instead of an, even though the word starting with the vowels, but we are focused on the sound. So when you are pronouncing this unique, we are getting the consonant sounds, and even when you are pronouncing this university also, the first sound which we get is a consonant sound. So that is the reason why we are using a university, a unicorn. And here are the list of few words. So where the word starts with the vowel and gives the consonant sound. So for this word, instead of using an, we are using a. So like first example, a one-eyed person. So a university, a unique, a unicorn, a uniform, a unit, a eucalyptus oil, a eucalyptus tree, a utensils, a euro. So a European tour. So when you pronounce this words, so the first sound which you get when you are pronouncing this letters, we get the consonant sound. So that is the reason why we are using a before this letters, before this words. Even though the words starts with vowel, they are giving a consonant sound. So we have to be careful with the sounds. Even though the word starts with the vowel, when you are pronouncing the word, how it is sounding, whether it's giving a vowel sound or consonant sound. So these are some exceptional cases. So let us discuss the exceptional cases with the word an. So why it is an MBA, not a MBA? So even the word MBA, so starts with a consonant. M is a consonant. So if you just look out the explanation, so if you see here the words MBA and honest starts with a consonant. However, it does not have a consonant sound but a vowel sound. Like, see, when you pronounce this word MBA, sound, so we get the vowel sound first. So it's, even though the word starts with a consonant, but the sound we get is a vowel sound in the beginning of the word. So it is because of this reason that the indefinite articles an is used instead of a. So that is the reason why when you are pronouncing this letter MBA. So when you pronounce this word, even though the letter starts with the consonant, the sound which we get at the beginning is a vowel sound. And even the word honest. So when you pronounce this word, it's, even the word starts with the consonant H, but when you pronounce this word, so we get honest, sound. So where is a is a vowel. So that is the reason why we used an honest person, an honest woman. So examples here. We can check out the examples. I will be there in an hour. In an hour. So even the word H starts with a consonant, but when you are pronouncing, we get a vowel sound. So that's the reason why we use an. These are exceptional cases. So CM inaugurated an MBBS college. So an MBBS college, even though the word is a consonant, but the sound of the word when we are pronouncing gets the vowel sound at the beginning. So that is the reason why we use an. So an MBBS college. So these are exceptions. So next. So here are the some words so which starts with a consonant and gives the vowel sound, like an R, as we discussed in our last slide. An R, even though the word starts with H, but the sound when you pronounce this word, the beginning we get a vowel sound. Next, an honest person, an hourly basis, an MBA, an MBBS, an MA student, an MSc degree, an MMR report, an MLA, and NCC. So all these words, even though they starts with the consonants, but when you are pronouncing these words, we are getting a vowel sound. So that is the reason why we are using an instead of a. Next, here, so what? No articles. So here we are some cases, we are going to discuss the cases where we should not use articles. So what are the cases where we should not use articles? So we use no articles when we refer to the general ideas and plurals and uncountable nouns which do not use articles. So like general ideas, when you are referring any general ideas, when you are referring any plurals, so uncountable nouns, before uncountable nouns do not use articles. Like example, religion is an important issue. So religion is an important issue. Just we are referring to the general idea. And Mexican food is spicy. So nouns before nouns. Mexican food is spicy. So before the nouns, specific nouns, we do not use articles. And here we also do not use articles before the names of the people, before the names of the books, and before the names of any place, unless it is a part of the title. So we do not use articles before the names of the people, before the names of the books, and before the names of the places, unless if the title contains the. Next, like example, I have read Romeo and Juliet. So I have read Romeo and Juliet. It's not a Romeo and Juliet, or it's not the Romeo and Juliet. Just I have read Romeo and Juliet. Okay. So we do not use articles before the names of the people, before the names of the books, or before the names of place. And do not use articles before any general ideas, before the plurals, and before the uncountable nouns. And we also do not use articles before the names of the towns, cities, states, and countries. And we, like example, Cape Town, Montana, Vietnam. So we do not use articles before the names of the towns, before the names of the countries, before the names of the cities. And unless exceptional case, as we discussed, the is used before United States, USA, the UK, the Netherlands. Like if the country has a collection of the states, it is a group of states. In that case, we use like the United States of America and United Kingdom. So group of states. And the Netherlands, if the country has a plurals, so we use the. And the Republic, the Czechoslovakia Republic, and the Philippines. So these are some exceptional cases. And we also do not use articles before the names of the sports and before the names of the games, like soccer, tennis, skiing, and monopoly. So before the names of the like sports, cricket, hockey. So all this before the names of the sports and before the names of the games, we do not use any article. Yes, we also do not use articles before the meals, before the names of the meals like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and summer. So we do not use articles before the names of this names of the meals. But we have exceptional cases when we are specifically referring to any the breakfast which I had yesterday in particular restaurant was very tasty. So in that situation, we can refer the breakfast. The lunch which I took with my friend yesterday was very good. So in that situation, when you are specifying the breakfast, the lunch which I took today morning, the breakfast which I took today morning was very tasty. So in that situation, we can refer. But in general, did you have your breakfast? In general, we do not use articles when we are specifying any general breakfast or some names of the meals. Next, metals. We also do not use articles before the names of the metals like steel, iron, gold, and silver. So we do not use articles before the names of this of any metals. But exceptional cases like the gold which is available in South Africa is very is costlier than the gold which is available in India. So when you are comparing, the gold available in Dubai or in South Africa is more pure than the gold available in India. So in that cases, we can use the gold because we are specifying about the gold of Dubai or Africa with the gold of India. So in that situation, we can use the, but in general, when you are referring the gold, gold is a costly metal. So in that situation, we do not use any article. In general, when you are specifying about steel or iron or silver, so we do not use any articles. But when you are specific about any metal which is available in any particular place, then we can use articles. So these are the situations where we have to use articles, the a and an. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.